Morning, Captains. It's Friday morning. I'm getting ready to send out a video and the weekly announcements for you Captains. I'm just going to periodically look at the screen here in front of me and just make sure I get everything covered. Of course, this weekend is 4th of July weekend here at New Spring, endowed by our Creator. And the one thing I will tell you is there's a few activities that we need to be aware of. The first one is the Dan Kubish's team. They are organizing a family scavenger hunt for the guests as they come in. They're going to have some clue cards at the entrances, from how I understand it, and then from there, the families just go throughout the church and do what a regular scavenger hunt does: take pictures of what they find. Then they'll, when they get that completed, they go over to Kids World, check in, and there they submit their answers. If they're all correct, then they get to choose some prizes. What does that do for us? From what Dan's told me, nothing. They're going to set it all up. The only thing I can foresee is if they get lost and not sure where to go after they get all the answers, direct them over to Kids World check-in. Next is our numbers are looking better for the weekend. 11:15, you're the shortest right now. It's setting at 33, but that's, of course, you know, from my standpoint, that's very doable. Speaking with that and our new position of roamer, the people who have done that have reported back to me that they are loving that. They're loving the exchange that they're having with our guest. I know Vicky and Sierra on the 4 o'clock Saturday, they both kind of told me they'd just soon do that all the time now. They're liking that so well. With that being said, if you do find your team short, and from what I'm hearing from these roamers, I would put the roamer position out there first before I do somebody at the ramp door. I mean, I want to have them both covered, but if you're going to have to pick and choose, that's what I would do. That is certainly up for discussion between myself and you captains. So it's your teams. I'm not telling you how to run it. That's just my opinion. So next on our agenda for the day is the offering. Offering is going to be in the very middle of our service, like at the 4 o'clock service. Offering doesn't start until 4:29. That tells you how late that is. And I had that pulled up here a second ago. I could tell you exactly what it's after. Yeah. So there's going to be, of course, several songs, several narratives that narrations that they're going to do. Goodness of God is the last song. Then there's going to be an intro from Mark. Now, how Dan Kubish has explained that to me is that Mark's going to call you forward. He's going to continue to talk. So once he calls the offering people forward, ushers, guest service people, however he calls it, that's when they're going to go forward and start taking the offering, and then he's going to continue to talk. A little bit different than last week. Now, I'm telling you all that really ahead of time because this could change, and by the time you get here, it will be pretty much set in stone. So be prepared that could change a little bit, but right now it looks like offering is pretty much in the middle of the service, about 30 minutes in. What else, guys? Let's see. I was looking over my notes from when Nancy and I went to the Drive conference, and one thing I think we need to start talking about is having a compelling vision for guest services. And I'll just read you 5 quick little notes I took from that. Is have a great vision for our guest service volunteers. Language matters. How we speak to our volunteers matters. We need to use encouraging words and never talk down to people. There's times when we may have to have a conference with somebody, or I may have to have a conference with somebody. We're going to try to do that one-on-one. If that ever has to happen, I'll try to take them into a private room and we'll discuss that, whatever's going on. Always keep in mind and get this into your volunteers' heads that every Sunday is somebody's first Sunday, and to make it special for them. And that the sermon actually does not start with Mark. It starts with us at the doors greeting these people as they're coming in through our doors. And last is we show our guests Christ by how we serve them. And I've talked to a few of you already about the importance of putting the right people in the right positions. We want our best faces at the very front. We want everybody serving, of course, but you kind of get the drift. We want the people who are very engaging. We want those to be our frontline people. And from what I've seen, you guys do a great job of doing that. If you ever have any questions about somebody, bring me their name. Let's talk about it, and let's see if we can't get something figured out. And really, the only time that really happens, because you guys know your teams real well, but of course, Easter and Christmas, when we just have a hodgepodge of different volunteers and different services. And so that usually comes up at that point. Let's see, what else do we need to talk about? Got the offering covered. No baptism again this week. They're actually redoing the baptistry. It looks fantastic. You should be able to see that in the videos. They've done some rock work up there, and that's just going to be a lot nicer baptistry up there when they're all done. They're not quite done, and so again, we don't have no baptism this week. Let's see, what else do I have on my list here? Of course, no First Wednesday. I already talked to you about that in the weekly video that you get, or the weekly email that you also get. Other than that, guys, I just don't know. Oh, Nancy and I will be in Colorado all next week. We will both be working from Colorado. We'll have our laptops, and so if something comes up, please text us. I'd say text. I don't know about calling. Sometimes coverage can be a little sketchy, but text usually gets through, or email. Like I say, we'll have our laptops there. I'll try to do a weekly newsletter video from on top of a mountain. Not really, I probably couldn't make it up that high. You know, I'm not in good shape like Lloyd, but I'll try to do a video from something up there that looks pretty cool. So we just need a little time off and kind of get our batteries recharged, so we're looking forward to that. Other than that, guys, I don't have a whole lot to discuss. This video is already longer than I had intended. So can't wait to see you guys. You captains do such a fantastic job. Couldn't do this without you. And of course, you know that. So, hey, we'll see you on the weekend. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.